Oh, we got gold. I missed that one. Ugh, got wool there. Convert Mali provinces while it's easier. Yeah, but I only have one missionary and he's very, very slow. And Sunnis do not like to be converted. Goodness, even just doing these, it's painful. If I want Joma done, 0.7. I need those wandering shamans and I need religious ideas. Alright, I'd say that came out pretty well for us. Again, assuming that these lands don't get sold off. Man, imagine the Ottomans have bought a province here. I don't want to imagine that, honestly. Very little of this trickles out. It's not often that I think it's a good idea to move your trade port from Zanzibar, but I invested heavily in clamping down on the Ivory Coast, and that's paying dividends right now. We're very lucky that Timbuktu declared. Their aggressive expansion will be gone soon, but it still might be an idea to be a bit friendlier with them so they don't get any other bad ideas. It would also be nice to tell Portugal what we think about them. Joao's head is as empty as an eunuch's underpants. At least France sees the funny side of that. It's not quite enough. Maybe we should follow up with another scathing insult to somebody else. Not the Mamluks, since we enjoy a truce, but maybe the Ming. They were the ones that rivaled us, after all. Alright, things continue to go relatively smoothly for us, as long as you're not looking at the manpower. And I'm evidently not. They already don't like us. But let's not tempt fate in that regard. That money's tempting, but we'll leave it be. Trade efficiency is worth a lot to us. The trade ducats flow in. Boy, do they flow in. Right, I said when we got this guy we would actually consider investing in buildings. Oh man, my development actually went down to below 900 there. What is worth doing? What's the bang for buck? Definitely the coffee, especially when we have coffee Arabica. And really anywhere around here that boosts value pretty high, because it all feeds into here. I like you. You can really double down on the money. This way. Aden doesn't all come down here, sadly. In fact, how much of Aden comes down here? About half of it. So I'm better building up in Zanzibar, because that stuff definitely comes down to us. Like here and here. Show me the money. Production. If it's more than 10, I want it. Taxes. If it's more than 10, I want it. Shipyard. Hard one to say, actually. If it's crap trade good, I want it. That's one way to look at it. I wish right-clicking on these would take you to where it was. For example, what is produced in Natal? Ah, Natal does that wood. Can't stand the wood. How about MT? MT what's it? Natal was grain, so forget that. And then Matt Solo. Naval supplies. They get pretty good, but still. I need... Hang on, that's only going to be worth my while if this is a full-on area, which it is not. So let's not make that mistake. If it's not done in full-on states, you only get plus 0.5 rather than plus 2. So let's reconsider that. Where's given the goodies? Plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. Get it in the crappy trade good places that... I hate to say it, but slaves are pretty crappy. Incense isn't that great either. There. That compounds really well with our modifier on naval force limit, which is plus 50% from Grand Navy, and is soon going to be more from another policy. Naval force limit 33. Alright, Kaort, we knew it would happen, which is of course why we kept our army here. Take him down, tear him to shreds. Wish I could unload money onto Mali to make them happier, but no, Mali is very unhappy. What with that forced religion. I'll leave them be though, there's no hurry for me to integrate them. They'll be rich enough with their gold to see through their own problems, but I doubt they're going to be converting anything. Oh, well, they have religious ideas, it's not impossible, but they're also terrible at many things. Barracks might be good, given the whole no manpower thing. That comes up a bit, but the thing is, barracks is only... it only affects the base manpower. Most of this is base manpower 1. A few of them are maybe 2. The only place that actually gives us anything like that is Kilwa. And Kilwa has a barracks. In fact, what else could we even give Kilwa? Regimental camp is a little wasted on you. A marketplace. You know what, I think I will. Because that trade power will propagate into Aden and to Gujarat. I think these other ones already have a marketplace, but this one's definitely worth having it in it. Grand. Since I've got that free diplomat, it's time to tell the Ming what I think about them. And also, I have a core on you, but I need a claim on you and you. You've allied each other. I could actually subjugate them. I could subjugate the whole lot of them. But I'm going to kill you for your cores. I'm not going to subjugate any of them. That's too nice. Upgrading to level 2 ports is probably worth it too. It does give quite a bit of flat trade power, and the amount that it goes out is probably worth it. So it's very unlike me, but I will upgrade these. It's because I have so much money. I get so decadent when I have too much money. Ah, it's not a state there. Well, let's keep that in mind. How about you, though, Safala? You certainly are. So are you. Let's just get them all upgraded, because the power of it going out there is just too strong. There's also the possibility of putting you all the way up. Extra buildings on the Cape. Naval tradition decay. It only costs 800. Go on, then. That massive boost to trade power is pretty swell. And that will help us suckle the money out of the likes of Malacca. Look at that. Just like that, we're taking half of Malacca's money away. And that means that the Cape of Good Hope is almost bound to be the spawning point for global trade. Oh, Lubeck. Lubeck's playing dirty. Alright. I mean, I'm the one that's playing dirty, not Lubeck, regardless. There we go, 22 added ships. I'm going to send them up to where exactly? Probably maybe Gujarat. Decent dosh there. Aden's not that lucrative because I keep cutting the money off at the likes of Coromandel, and boy, I don't know why I'm able to steal all of Coromandel's money. Probably because Bahmanes have power there but aren't using it. If they ever use it, that's going to cut me off a fair bit. But yeah, that's good money. Spend 6,000 money. Spending 6,000 on buildings. Who are you and what have you done to Jake? I am the brilliant strategist who knows to use architectural visionary to my advantage. I'd like to use free thinker to my advantage as well, but we need dip, and I already forsook my dip. Come on, Jagger. The best thing you can do for the world is die. I said I'd claim you. I'm not currently claiming you. Same with you. I have no desire to go up here except for maybe crushing Alodia a little bit. Vassal is done, Bavaria is done. Hopefully that means the Ottomans turn on my friends over in the Mamluks. Oh jeez, look at that, 120 something months to get that done. Even the lowest development one is 45 months of hard work. Dio won't ever get done because of religious zeal. I just hope that you get your religious ideas fleshed out before I eat you up. Well, I'm focusing on this area, so let us continue to focus on it. I want those wandering shamans. If you link 5 merchants, do you get a bonus in the Cape? Link 5 merchants. Merchants benefit you because they increase the outgoing trade value. So 25 is being sent out, but I'm buffing that up by 10%, so the incoming here goes up. So the incoming from Zanzibar, of that 25.69, 2.3 ducats of it was added, so that's an extra 4 ducats coming in. So there's a base amount of 50, but because my trade efficiency is so good, we get a whole lot more out of it. Which is why I wish I had trade efficiency man instead of morale of navies man for even more ducats. But at the same token, I save that money on you, because you're half price, and you actually have a bit more of an advantage on the seas for me. On the other hand, money is money. You are ass, though. I need someone a lot better. Let's get some actual points coming in. I thought merchants increased trade power if they were linked in a chain, for lack of a better word. Oh, thank God Jagger died. Let's bring back the whack. And let's pray that we have somebody with good admin and good mill coming in, because we, well, good everything actually, please. Bring in the next preacher. Average again, but I prefer the assortment here. Alright, this is going to be our powerful power Mac. Craven Major. Where do they get it from? Yeah, that does mean we can get our Wandering Shamans, but now Major needs to die. At least we don't take a stab hit on Ruler Death now. Ooh. Not bad, Major. Not bad at all. I feel like this is a bit bugged out. You haven't been ruling for that long. God, this is great. Maverick dying is hopefully not a foreboding time for the Xenonauts. Oh man, Xenonauts is so good. I just want to play more Xenonauts. Ah, what a troubling time. The Malagasy people aren't happy. The Swahilis are happy. Very well received, apparently. Trarza has risen. Let's raise our act and take care of him. Any plans to vassalize France as an entry into Belgium? I don't think so. I want it to be a surgical attack on Belgium. That said though, right, France have no friends, although they're guaranteed by Spain. That's almost cute. But it is wrong. It's if you change the name of an heir, the game counts the ruler, like he started ruling when he was 15 years old. Ooh, I didn't know that. Often when there are these kind of bugs, there's this whole like, how do you not know of this bug? It's like, well, tell us, how does it work? Because we don't inherently know everything. There's no point in not getting this cleaned up. It's a bit of an outrage. Gonna recall you, send you there, have one unit take care of it. There you go, acting like you still work there. Kinda do. I work in Paradox HQ as a, I don't even know what I'd be, freelancer. It was not my intention, but when I was asked if I could come back and host the Dev Clash, I couldn't resist. I love the Dev Clash, and this Dev Clash is going even better than I could have hoped. We have a lot of people who join that are really enthusiastic about it, because we don't just have the golden oldies. We got plenty of new blood in as well. And again, I keep saying we, but not that I want to sound like a Frenchman, I just feel more inclusive with my language. No, that sounds cringy. Kill the natives in the gold colony so you get the culture. Culture does not stop gold income, religion does. And the religion down here is already feta best. Alright, I need to make sure that the Cape of Good Hope maintains much more power, much more value rather than Lubeck could ever dream of. And Lubeck's pulling out all the stops there. Bringing in money from the Baltic mostly. Where can we bring in more money from? I was eyeing up Gujarat, but Malacca could always stand to give more. Aden just doesn't have what it takes to give. Right, we'll send you over to Gujarat. So our merchants are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd like to push Zambezi's money into here, because we have a lot of power over Zambezi. But a lot of Zambezi is gold, which has 0 trade value. And I probably make more money just by adding the extra 10%. If you have your merchant where you collect, it's 10% extra income there. And a tiny bit of power. Jake, just admit you're still lead shadow designer. Oh, I did a lot of work on Emperor. That feels good to be able to say Emperor. I'd like to talk a lot more about that, but I certainly cannot. NDAs have no end point. Okay, the estates, well, the manufactories will be finished before global trade spawns. Is there anyone else that I'd like to put these down? Where is even Benguela? Oh, certainly not. Anything out here is not worth manufacturing. You're apparently 2-2 there. You know, knowing what the trade goods are would be swell. Fish, livestock, fish, livestock. It's all a bit sad, but it would boost the value here, so I'm going to invest in that. It's a shame we don't have the one that boosts the amount of slaves in the world, but that needs Dip Tech 14, and that's something we can only dream of. I think you've still got a trade port or 2 in Zanzibar at level 1. I do. I can't upgrade this because it's part of a... Maybe I should state that up, actually. Might be worth it just for the extra trade power at this point. Yeah, let's go for it. It's close enough to home to make me want to do it. Ah, I missed a spot here. There we go, well spotted. Has a shipyard but not a marketplace, so let us get those marketplaces flowing if they don't already have one. Downside is that I would really, really like to have a... Workshop is great, temple is great, marketplace would be nice, but I so want a trade station on Ivory. I'd certainly want weapons manufacturing on you. World Port would add an extra slot to each of these. Marketplace, workshop, temple. I'd even purge the temple down the line. Harsh. Very harsh, but I do want the marketplace. Yeah, I'll leave it be. What's wrong with Zanzibar, says Thagnus. Yeah, Zanzibar is old news. The real news is the 91 ducats I make in the Cape of Good Hope. Oh, this isn't good news though. I have less than 10,000 ducats. That makes me antsy. With smooth relations over Timbuktu, and we could ally them if we so please. Stronghai is threatened and would probably look for an alliance if we weren't, or rather if they weren't allied to the disgusting Mamluks. I wonder if we can overcome that. I could marry them at least, which would stop Mamluks from wanting to get on my back, and I have no intention of fighting Stronghai anytime soon. Oh, no I can't. We're in it. I forgot we're no longer that kind of government. All those Congo truces are up. Again, no intention of fighting there unless Tumbuka is ripe for the taking, and it is not. Ajuran might look filthy there, but I don't want their garbage land. And maybe someday they'll forgive us for what we did to them. They're also allied with the Mamluks and Timurids. Alodia need to die, if only for that slave province. I don't want any of the rest of their garbage land. Oh Christ, they have more slaves. I wonder if I could just have a subject look after this land. I don't want it. The thing is, if I have too many subjects, they're going to want to rise up against me. Mali certainly already does. Hunj. Hunj were absorbed by you. Funj does not have cores on me. What I could certainly do is just take the land and take one province off of you for Funj and have them take this all. I don't need to directly own all the slave provinces. So let's build a spy network, get a claim on you, and gun you down when the truce is up. How does the Cape compare to European nodes? By being on top, baby. Lubeck and English Channel both don't stand a chance. If English Channel sucked out Lubeck, though, we'd be in trouble. I think we're going to need more boats where we're going. I would like to have better boats, but more is going to have to do. I'm going to have these ones join in Malacca, because Malacca has our flagship, which actually gives a bonus to every ship in the fleet. So although you get diminishing returns, we also get extra returns. So it's all okay. New rebels. New rebels, but old problems. Ethiopians wish to rise up again. I'm not sure I'm really benefiting from keeping my army over here. Maybe, just maybe, they should go home. A lot of mercs, though. I can just dismiss them and rebuild them rather than moving them over. And I am over my force limit anyway. Well, there's only space on there for 24 of you, so I'll leave you guys on that, and you folks go and pick us up. You know, I could just increase the autonomy around here so you guys don't hurt me so bad. Or I could do that to have extra trade power here that stops Portugal from proportionally dragging my stuff out. But I do want you over here to deal with the rebs and the fighting. Swell. At least our name isn't so bad, but it feels so stunted by these Central Africans. Or Southern Africans, or however the nomenclature goes. Callum says, how goes the enslavement? Well, all the wallets are being enslaved. We make crazy money here. I know there's been crazier money. You can get a 6-digit trade income, but this, for one of my campaigns on Very Hard, is just otherworldly to me. Abundance of sailors. Abundance. That's something from the Impossible Quiz. If France were not guaranteed by Spain, I'd be ripping into them for that province, because there's nought they could do against me. Oh yeah, speaking of nought I can do, how about we don't have all of our boats out there wasting my time and sailors? Yeah, we're richer than Timbuktu ever dreamt of being. I seem to recall that being the strat for Timbuktu, but there's something about playing in Africa that just makes me go, ugh, don't want to do this. I kind of felt it with Total Recall, which is why I'm glad we had an abrupt thing to do, and definitely felt it with Timbuktu. Maybe not North Africa, but certainly South. I'm not feeling so bad with Imarina, though. Maybe it's because I'm filthy rich, but maybe it's because there's a concise goal that we have to go for. But fighting in Africa is always such a slog. Especially when you're not coming in as a European with your massive advantage over their tech. Now, we could have massive advantages over tech if, one, we didn't get plagued by awful rulers the whole time. Now we have mediocre rulers. Or, go for the new meta of naval maritime trade expansion. Why did you release land in Madagascar? Coalition war. It wasn't a good one for us. They haven't made any allies other than each other. Treason. So, I don't actually want that army professionalism, so just lose the professionalism that I don't even have. We're going to be relying on mercs. It's as good as we can do. Sucks to lose power in Coromandel, but we just have to wait 5 more years, and we should have everything we need to take over in Malacca. That's it. The name was not coming to me. We have what it takes, however, to get our claims on you. I will claim you and you. Did I build buildings here? I wasn't so nice for my people. You, however, have a workshop and a temple that belongs to me. I didn't build up the natural harbour for you. Too bad. I'm going to pull it back from you. We don't need another claim, but I'll keep it on the other one. Ah, well, that's become a problem. I did not suspect Mali would get support from Spain, of all nations. Spain would come down and kick my sorry butt. That means that this is not something I can deal with. However, what I can deal with is bringing my heavy fleet navy. Not you, you go and do something like trade in Gujarat. And have my heavy fleet navy protect me from incoming attacks from the Spaniards. 15 should be plenty. I don't have a good admiral though. The downside is that my heavy fleet is out of date, very outdated. Are they even all Cadics or are they early Cadics? All Cadics. However, the new meta is Galleon, and Spain has access to Galleon. Oh well, it's not too bad for me if Mali revolt against me. Oh, they have Tech 13. It's not disastrous if Mali revolt against me. They might actually with Spain's backing. Let's get a couple of... let's get a few cavalry over there, so that I at least have a 16 stack to purge you with. But he has a lot of forts that I gave him. Maybe I should have torn down the forts. I got a better idea. I'm going to stand on top of him. That way if he declares, I'm right on top of him for the fight. I swear we used to have some kind of leadership earlier. You guys ain't willing to help out. Tech continues to be a problem, but at least maritime won't ship's penny. God, these are awful. Can I not just tech up and dip instead? That way if he declares, I don't think the subject AI knows to prepare for such declarations. So I'll have you over there to deal with that. Unfortunately, we have Ethiopians that wish to rise up as well. We need another general. It's not going to be any of these losers. No, it's time for Single Mother to help us out. Not terrible. I think Single Mother can deal with Mali since you're the one that actually has siege. The downside is that if Spain have a lot of colonies, they can ship over, and my heavy fleet can't be everywhere at once. Not threatening you, Mali, they're just goodwill ambassadors, that they are. I wish to learn more about you, you see. Dutch. I don't know if the AI ever lifts support for independence. I don't recall seeing them lift it on me before. We'll probably suck attrition for a while on this, but... it's a very heavy action kind of thing kicking in there. It's alright though, it's a shame I gotta fight in mountains, but that's what mercs are made to do. Fight and die for me. New militarist for the Ottomans, come on, gun down the Mamluks so that I too can gun down the Mamluks. We also get our agonizingly slow conversions going. One tiny bit of land at a time. Alright, Navy, get together and then go and do some trading for me over in Malacca. There we go. Don't know why that name keeps hurting me. That supply limit hurts. However, I'm only taking 2% attrition on you guys. That's like 80 people lost per month. Kind of worth it, I'd say. Especially if Mali's about to jump me. I mean, why wouldn't he jump me? There's nothing I can do to stop him getting on my back here. I mean, I could let him go, but I'd rather he fought me and lost so that he loses 50% liberty desire, and then I just gobble him up as soon as I can with my reduced cost. There's an easy answer to your problem, Jake. More ships. It's an answer to my problem. What route for you guys to take would be safe along the coast, you know? Ah, well, you're already stuck in for it, aren't you? On you go. Ships are expensive. You know what I'm like with spending money. Alright, grand. This one is done, and here we go. Goods produced is not affected by religion. Sorry, not affected by culture. It is affected by religion. If we look over to somewhere that is not following the state religion, like it's better to find a gold province example. Here, goods produced reduced by 10% thanks to intolerance to these guys. Well, not 10%. It's not a lot though. Ah, right, but it's offset by our rice cultivation. And the lessons you learn from cultivating rice can really help with your cultivating of gold. Oh, look at him. Look at these strategies he's employing. He's running away from me. Would you consider taking Gabu from your vassal and then releasing them? I don't think so. Ah, God, look at these guys. They just keep rising up. I'll leave them to their own thing. Every time I strike them down, they just come back more powerful than I could possibly imagine.